Hey, this is Luke and Mitch
That's me.
from Born Ruffians, and you're watching AMBY, a music blog. Yeah.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia from AMBY, and I'd like to welcome you to an interview with Born Ruffians. How are ya?
Good. How
Great.
are you?
I'm awesome. Just thanks for taking the time of a chat.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's our pleasure. So now you're of course playing these 3 Toronto shows in support of your record RUFF. Just for this album right now and these shows, I know you had the Silver Dollar, I believe it was Lee's last night, and Toronto you're playing the Opera House. How are the shows treating you?
Great.
Yes, awesome. It's been a crazy whirlwind of we just came off of tour of about 6 weeks around North America, and then more shows before that. So to come and do 3 shows in Toronto where we don't have to drive anywhere in between them is pretty awesome. But it still feels kind of crazy just going from venue to venue in Toronto. I think we should do that until we run out of venues. And tomorrow we go to the Phoenix, and then the Megadome. Gotta hit the Megadome, the Toronto Megadome. Have you guys know that venue?
No.
It's not a real venue. It's a made-up venue.
Well, how does it feel knowing that you can play in the city that you're currently living, just play 3 shows, 3 nights in a row to packed crowds? What's that feeling like? Were you surprised at all, or is it kind of a really great feeling?
Yeah, it is. It's cool. It does feel great, to put it simply. Last night felt amazing. Last night was super, super fun, and I think tonight's gonna be also really fun. Tonight's gonna be all ages, which is nice. Yeah, it's just great. I mean, it's stretching out, that it's milking that hometown show for more than just one Danforth show, which feels amazing.
Yeah.
Or one whatever Megadome show. You can
Megadome.
stretch that out and just it's very selfish, actually.
No, it's cool.
No,
I love it.
People are loving it.
Yeah,
it's great.
and just having, I don't know, it's just fun to do something different. Because Toronto is special to us. We live here. We're basically from here. We're from Midland, Ontario, but have lived here for 10 years now. And to do something special in your hometown, it just makes sense. We've always had great shows in Toronto ever since we first started playing. So to do 3 shows in 3 venues that we've graduated one to the other over the time we've been playing has been really great. It's been really fun.
Well, one of the shows I know was with Grounders, and you actually tweeted their rider. The first thing on it was mustard.
Yeah.
When it comes to your rider, what are some of the must-haves on that?
Oh, man. Not as funny as
I
mustard
just
being
thought
the
it was
number one
funny.
item.
Just the fact that it was the first thing was so funny. And that they specifically said, yeah, mustard. We definitely want mustard.
It starts with mustard, and then you figure out what you need after that.
Well, that's why I like to imagine them sitting around writing it. Like, they had a pen and a paper, and they were all sitting around a table, and they're like, okay, guys, we need to do the hospitality rider. What do you guys want? And they were just like, mustard.
Water?
And then they kind of just paused for a while, and that's just the order that they came up with it in.
Yeah. Ours is a very unfancy rider. It's like the quintessential rider of just
35 by 40 air-conditioned room set to 73 degrees Celsius.
not that kind of
Fahrenheit, I mean.
We're not a Mariah Carey type band.
Rose petals leading up to Mitch's toilet and scattered within.
I have my own
bowl.
toilet? Sweet.
Haven't you read the rider?
I guess not. I guess I just shouted it out and someone wrote it down at some
Mondays
point.
and Wednesdays, premium tequila. Tuesdays and Thursdays, oxygen tanks. Fridays are
Mustard.
24 mustard bottles. We don't have anything crazy on our
No,
rider, I
we
don't
never
think.
did,
Some bands put puppies. We Are Scientists put puppies on their rider. Colorado put socks and underwear on their rider,
But,
which is a great idea, actually.
Yeah, because it's the stuff that you don't have time to grab when you're on the road, but could totally use. And that'd be the kind of thing where you're like, oh, we got socks one time out of 30 shows or something, and it was great.
We have jalapeno chips on our rider, Miss Vicky specifically, if they have them, and we never get sick of those.
For Grounders rider, did they actually have anything to go with the mustard? Or was
Yeah, they had it. Basically, they were asking to be able to make sandwiches.
Okay.
But they broke it down into mustard, 2 tomatoes, cooked turkey and salami, green peppers, but no mayonnaise. I noticed. None of those guys like mayo on their sandwiches. They're a bunch of freaks.
Mustard, they're a mustard band. What hasn't told you that yet?
That's almost a genre.
The genre, they're
Mustard band.
Mustard
Really
core.
draws a line in the sand.
Grounders are mustard gays. That's how I would describe them.
Oh, G-A-Z.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry, that.
Just to clarify.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'd be a really bizarre thing to say in so many
That would
ways.
be. But that could be a fun term to coin.
Mm-hmm.
That I just did.
You heard it here first.
Sorry, Grounders.
Yeah, well, I know a big reasoning to have these 3 shows in a row is 'cause we actually kicked off 2015 by doing some secret shows. Now it's the more not so secret shows. When you think back to actually recording the record earlier this year, what are some of the first things that come to mind?
Man, you do a lot of reflecting at the end of the year for sure, and thinking back to that is just crazy, like how fast this year has gone by, first of all. But it feels like yesterday. I mean, it was a great experience. Recording the record was just probably the most easy, fun record to record that we've ever done. It was just really great. Working with Jeff was awesome. We recorded it in Kensington at 6 Nassau. That was nice. It was the middle of winter and like such a snowy part of the winter in February, and it was just amazing. The best thing to do in that weather is to go into like a warm room and just make music. It was just great. That's the first thing that comes to mind, walking through snowstorms, kicking our boots off, and then just like getting into a warm room and just being like, what song are we doing today? And then it's just like, it was great. It was awesome. It was very ideal.
Awesome. Anything on your end, or is it pretty much the same feeling?
A lot of the same. Luke had long hair. I think about that a lot. That was different. Something that's different that's changed. No, I do. I really love it. It's totally like whenever we do certain things that have that kind of routine of like going into the studio to record like every day of the week at the same time, or tour where you're on tour and you do kind of the same kind of things over and over again, and you just imagine it as you're clocking into the office, but it's like the best office in the world. Being able to just like show up and like you said, like
play music,
sit down and get ready to like record, but it's that awesome routine of that, and if it doesn't feel like a year ago already that we recorded that record, but it basically is, which is weird.
My favorite aspect of the record would have to be just how emotive it is. Like the lyrics are really simple, especially when you look at the titles, like Eat Shit We Did It, or even Fuck Feelings. Like the lyrics itself, it just has like that mentality throughout the whole thing where it's simple but meaningful. Where were you when, like, just your mindset when you were writing those lyrics specifically?
Well, yeah, a song like Eat Shit was coming from more of a sort of exuberant sort of accomplishing something, but also being very knowingly obnoxious about that sentiment. And it wasn't really me. It's more of a character kind of saying that. It's more sort of, it's supposed to be kind of a funny song.
I kind of got that from the video too, where you're just on the couch, like giving the middle finger, right?
Yeah. Fuck Feelings was way sort of more of a darker place. And yeah, I mean, Fuck Feelings was also kind of written with someone like Kurt Cobain in mind, like based on an interaction between like, a kid coming up to someone like that and asking for a photo, and this kind of bizarre interaction of like, and then we kind of actually shifted it into a love song after realizing the lyrics were a little too
raw.
Yeah, it was a little too like, this is about a guy in a band and like this is too much. And me and Mitch and Andy actually were all kind of like, I think you brought it up, Andy brought it up, maybe this is a little too on the nose, and Mitch was like, you know what, just tweak it and we can make it a love song and it'll be like secret, not secret anymore.
Nope, just breaking kayfabe all over the place over here.
That's what interviews are for. Gotta give some scoops.
You do.
I think I already scooped this one maybe in an interview.
Shouting it from the mountaintops.
Yeah, but they didn't write it, so it's this is a fresh scoop.
We're gonna have to get this out here, and yeah, they missed out.
Yeah.
I know, of course, Mitch, your dog Charlie, you post about very often.
Yes, I do.
Adorable dog. It's just such a cute dog. But recently went through something really traumatic where he got neutered.
He did.
How is he doing? 'Cause I know he couldn't actually make it out to some of the shows.
Yeah.
I thought you just circumcised him.
No. No, that was a whole other time and story based on his dog religion. Yeah, he was neutered, and he's still wearing his cone. And there was definitely, like, after I got him back from the vet, and he was totally depressed. Like, he was just definitely just, like,
not feeling
crying
the same.
and not himself. And I felt so bad. And now he's, like, back to his normal self, but he still has to wear the cone, so he still's, like, flipping out and jumping all over the place. But, like, he can't. Like, he still has to, like, heal, but he doesn't know that, so you have to constantly tell him not to be hilarious, which is the worst part about having to have a dog. And 'cause that's all you want a dog for, is to be funny.
Right.
But
entertain me.
He entertained me. Do something funny.
Great. Okay,
but he totally does that. He'll have the cone on and walk into stuff and scare himself, and it makes me laugh. But I feel bad for him. But he's doing a lot. He's doing good. He's
Good.
Doing very good. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, of course. Just one more thing just about Charlie.
Sure.
In the same tweet, I mean, I always love talking to bands about stuff they love, and I can obviously tell you love your dog.
Oh my God, so much.
In the same tweet where you posted the photo with the cone, you're just saying how he actually can't make it out to the RUFF shows. Do you often bring him to shows or touring? Or?
No, and that's something that would be super fun, but also a complete nightmare. Like we thought of like having something like an animal to take care of on tour. Like we joked about, like Roger, who shot us and did camera work and merch for us, was always joking about bringing like a goldfish on tour, just for the purpose of inconveniencing himself. Like just to be like, oh, I have a goldfish, right? Okay, he needs some light here. You gotta change his water. Just like having a dog, because it's just like there's no way you could do that on a tour where you're touring in a van with 9 guys. Like not a chance. But we did try to bring him. We played Festival last summer. And I emailed them to be like, it's the Center Island, like, or was it Center Island? It was on the Toronto Island, and pets can go there, but they wouldn't let us bring him. And it was when he was only like 3 months old at that point. So I was like, it'll be hilarious. He's a puppy. We'll take care of him. Like, can we make an exception? They were just like, mm-mm. And I'm just like, meh. It's not like he would understand what's going on, obviously, but it's just
worst of all.
Yeah.
No, it was actually great.
It was a great festival. But like, it's just more for the idea of having a puppy at a show would be very fun.
Yeah.
For me.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Just going back to some of the shows, the 6 weeks of touring, you guys pretty much were saying how it was pure chaos for 6 pure weeks. It was just really crazy. When you think back to just being on the road, what are some of the more crazier moments that come to mind? Did anything really stand out?
We had some amazing shows. That's for sure. It was just really great crowds, really great rooms and everything. It was just a lot of fun. I can't believe it's happened and it's done now. Like thinking about it when you're in it is just like it's mayhem. There's just somewhere to drive to every day and somewhere to play, and it can be exhausting and exhilarating. But I'm trying to think of like what would you.
Fast it becomes your reality though. It's such a routine thing so it just becomes like your normal thing. But then it's over and you're like, oh right, now it's normal life. But I don't know. There was a lot of. It was just like. It was a lot of. A lot of long drives, a lot of late nights, early mornings, but it was so much fun. Still, it was like
we tried to get out to like. Oh, you're gonna talk about the Hume.
Well, the Hume in Nelson, BC was probably like the highlight in my mind, but just because it was just so fun. It was just like we had 2 days off for some reason, and
which never happens ever.
This amazing old like late 19th century hotel that is converted and renovated now, and it's beautiful. And there's like this secret bar that you go up this staircase into and stuff.
Cool.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I can talk about.
I mean, like we shot BB guns in the desert, which was really fun. Just like setting up tin cans and shooting them as we probably weren't allowed to be doing at that point. I don't know. Like it was just the experience of like traveling around the continent with your 9 best friends, which was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. A lot of fun.
Just to wrap everything up today, so making some noise down there, and you guys obviously have a show to prep for tonight. Is there anything you want to say to your fans who will be viewing our interview?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
That's the sound of a snare drum. That was stuck in my head for so long. I can't. Don't do it anymore.
Get it back in there.
Don't do it.
Sorry. He's enjoying this so much. Both of you.
I got it.
Goodbye. Yeah.
That's gonna be an
main message is
uncomfortable
hello.
moment for everybody to watch.
Yeah.
All right, we'll just leave it on that.
I think so. I think
so.
that's what we have
Hello
to do.
works.
Absolutely.
Yes. Well, now it's time to say goodbye. Just thank you so much for your time, guys. We really do appreciate
Go the
it.
other way. Go the other way.
Sorry.
Go the other way.
you.
Look out.
Oh, so close.
I tried.
Just thank you
Yeah.
for having a chat. And remember, everyone viewing can visit us at amusicblogger.com for exclusive interviews, features, videos, and so much more with your favorite bands. We'll see you next time.